Good evening. I'm Callie Danzig. And before I begin, by a show of hands, how many of you guys buy your books from the school store? Okay, so about like 5 or 6 of you. How many of you buy them from online websites such as Amazon or Chegg? Okay, about 5 or 6. And how many of you guys think that college textbooks should be free to college students? Okay, so that's about 8 or 9 of you. Okay. So I'm here to persuade you that college textbooks should be cheaper or students should not have to pay for them at all. College is expensive as it is. You should not have to pay for the textbooks on top of it. Textbooks in college is must-have. Most of the classes you take require them. Sometimes you spend $100 on a textbook that you never even opened. Some professors tell you in the beginning of the semester that you need to buy the textbook, and they will never have you open it. The textbooks that you are required to buy have a price range that can go from $25 to $250, which most college students cannot afford. Right. For example, if you are a nursing student, you pay $1,200 for your textbooks. You do use all of the textbooks, but that's still a lot for a freshman to pay for. Alright, now here I brought a nursing textbook for you. This is a Nursing 1 textbook, and you pay about $250 for it. And yes, you do use it. But as a freshman, paying $250 for a college textbook that you were not aware of when you began the program, how much it was, is kind of crazy. And on top of it, you have to print out a lot of work, and that costs a lot of printing money. After doing extensive research, I hope to persuade you that college students should not have to pay for textbooks, and for your schools to make a statement about it, for you to go to your schools and make a statement about it. Even if it does not work and you do have to pay for the textbooks, they should not be as expensive as they are. Although textbooks are very important in your college career, they can put you overboard financially. On top of paying almost $18,000 a year for school, you have to pay for the textbooks. And most people are taking 15 credits, and that's 5 classes. So you have to buy 5 different textbooks. Most classes that you take in college, you're required to buy a textbook. I am in a class where I had to buy 5 different textbooks and an access code. So I spent about $150 in that class, and I only have ever had to read 3 of the textbooks. And then sometimes you do have to buy an access code, so you can access your homework online on websites like MyPearson or Capsum. The access codes cost about ranging like $100, $120, and you have to buy the books with it. So you have to pay for the textbooks and the access code at the same time. Yes, you do have to go online and do your homework, but still I feel like it should be included. Like if you buy the book for $100, the access code's included in it. According to CNN, even professors are realizing textbooks are too expensive. Some professors at different colleges are making their own version of the textbooks and giving it to the students for free. For example, my freshman year in college, my fall semester, I was in a class, and the professor allowed us to use a textbook online. So every time we had a homework assignment due, he'd upload the copy of the chapter to Blackboard, and we'd be able to access it there. The textbook without doing it was probably $200, so he saved us a lot of money because he realized how expensive textbooks really are. Textbooks are not becoming cheaper, the prices are only rising. The problems and the struggle to find money for textbooks and for paying for textbooks can be solved in a couple of different ways. A student can talk to professors or even their school saying that the price of textbooks is too expensive and that you just cannot afford them. Some professors will understand and be really kind and caring about it and help you out. And if you go to a college, a good person to talk to is the president, saying that college textbooks are just too expensive to afford on top of your annual tuition. You can buy your books through other websites like A-Book, Amazon, or Chegg. I used A-Book last year. I got a textbook for about $120 when at the bookstore it was $250, which I thought was crazy. I saved almost $130 on a textbook. The problem with ordering them online after you know you need the textbook is that if you have homework, you might not be able to get it in time, which is definitely a concern. But if you talk to your teacher, like mine didn't come in time, but my teacher uploaded copies of the pages to Blackboard, and I was able to read them there. So if you do order them online and you do have problem getting them, the teachers are usually really caring and nice about it. A student can find out how much the textbooks are before applying for a loan and add the price of books onto your loan. So say you look it up and all of your books come out to $500, you just add that onto your loan, and then when the refunds come, you'll have it. That will help you financially instead of trying to come up with the money. These changes will help you financially in the short term. Like I said, you can buy the textbooks at a cheaper price from places other than your school. You can avoid the burden of trying to find money for the textbooks by just adding it to your student loan, like I said, or can start saving your money early. In the summer, you can put $10 aside a month, and that can add on to your money saved up for the textbooks. And also, you can always borrow them from a friend. Like I know last semester my friend took a class I'm in now, so I borrowed the textbook from them, which was a lot easier, and I saved so much money. Also, if you buy the books from the school, you can buy them back. They can buy them back from you. Say you bought the book for $150, you can probably buy it back sell it back for about $50. And also, you can buy it used, or you can rent the book, which is definitely cheaper, but it's not as cheap as it could be if it was free. So I encourage each of you to go to your professors and talk to them about how expensive textbooks are. Make sure that if you cannot get your books for free, that you use one of the other cheaper websites I've talked to you about. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope I persuaded all of you guys that textbooks should be free or they should at least be cheaper to college students. Thank you.